Welcome, Saber fans. We're gonna get started with Big Pumpkin here. Big Tilt with the Moorhead Spuds. Your Sabers just coming out. Got warm up, 4 minute warm up. We'll be back to it, and we're gonna try to warm up here. It is very cold in here, but we're gonna get there. We'll see y'all in a few minutes. All right, welcome Saber fans. We got the starting lineups here coming for us. Starting with our Sabers. Fritzy, Carson Fritz starting in goal today. There we go, bud. Seth.
Number 43,
Coden.
At wing, number 5, Eddie Lowenberg. At wing, number
Eddie.
10,
Cam Jansen.
And centering the line from soccer team, number 44,
Colton at center. Nobody can say his name right. It's Von Bokern.
And the rest of your soccer
I don't know how it's that hard, but people mispronounce it all the and someday they'll get it right.
Home team Moorhead, starting with goalie number 33, Levin Vanderbilt. And defense number 8, Braxton Beaver. His defensive partner number 14, Ben Hillary. At wing number 7, Henry Corwin. At wing number 12, Jack Emery. And centering the line for Moorhead, number 6, Easton Grigsby. And the rest of your Moorhead team. Good luck to both teams. Let's play hockey.
All right, no anthem. Here we go. It's about 5 degrees in this arena, it feels like. So, those of you watching from the comforts of your own home, they're a little bit warmer than the rest of us, I'm assuming. That ref on the far side has a very impressive mustache and mullet. Let's get a zoom in on him, maybe. That's, yep, looking good. I don't think that's a costume. That's just pure hockey love. All right, there we go. 14-minute periods, it appears, down here. Here we go. Colton wins the draw, back to Codes. Coden up to Seth. Seth up to Cam. Cam's going to get that to the middle to Colton. Colton enters the zone. Met with some pressure. They got a hooking penalty. We're going to go on the power play right away, folks. Come on, Fritzy. We need a forward. Nolan, go. Or Gabby, somebody go. All right. Coden on the draw. Oh. Sorry, I lost control watching the play. Watching Fritzy come off. Moorhead's going to go down one player. Early penalty down to the hook on Colton. Let's get that power play going right away here, boys. Assuming it's a hook. Let's wait for the call from the referee. Hook. Nailed it. 1 for 1, Amy. All right, Sabres on a power play. Same group at the start of the game. We're going to try to figure out how to run the clock. It appears we're waiting on penalty box operator. There we go. There we go. Power play. Here we go, boys. All right, Colton on the draw. Wins it cleanly back to Seth. Seth's going to walk to the middle, move it over to Coden. Coden's going to walk. Slide down to Eddie. Eddie up to Coden. We're going to get some movement here. Oh, Coden shoots. That goalie really fought that one off the inside of the blocker. That almost deflected in. A clean shot. Nice shot by Coden. Coden over to Seth. Seth's going to take a shot. We're going to keep shooting the puck, boys. Yep, let's get that puck on net all day long. We're going to switch up the forwards. Actually, we're going to switch up all 5. 1:08 remaining on the power play. Easton, Heaver, and Nolan with Louie and Gabby on the point. Moorhead wins the clean to the corner, but Easton on the hustle. He's going to collect that puck. He's going to move it back to Gabby. Gabby's going to walk to the middle. He's going to move it back down to Easton. Easton back up to Gabby. Gabby's going to throw it down on net. Oh, that goes off of Preston in front. Almost had a deflection goal. Nolan gets taken down in the corner. Easton to retrieve. Easton walks to the middle, moves over to Gabby. Gabby shoots backdoor, goes for a deflection off of Nolan. That doesn't quite make it. Good stick by Moorhead winger. We're going to go right up. Quick transition. Gabby to enter the zone. Take your time, slow it down. He's going to shoot that far side. Goalie leaves that rebound. Let's keep shooting the puck, boys. That's a hook down on Nolan. No call there. Nolan to retrieve. Lost an edge. Collects the puck. Moorhead on the half wall. Nolan on the battle. Oh, We got a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-2 or a 3. Oop. All right, Colton to retrieve in our zone. We got 3 seconds remaining on the power play. He moves it over to Darby. Darby mishandles that. Moorhead to retrieve. We're going to regroup here in the neutral zone. Colton, slick move at center ice. Enters the zone. He's going to shoot the puck. All day, boys. Keep shooting. Good stick down there by Darby. Not quite. Big number 18 on the retrieval. Kid's a monster. We're not going to want him to shoot. Ooh, Darby mishandles that one to the Moorhead defenseman. Down into the corner. Cullen on the half wall to retrieve over to Colton. Colton's going to enter the zone 1-on-3. He's going to dump it in. We're going to get all 5 off the ice here. Moorhead breaking out. They're going to go far side. Nice stick by Cam Jansen in the neutral zone. There's Nolan retrieving with speed. Loses an edge. We're going to want to change that steal, I think. Maybe we find Dad. Battle in the half wall. Hard to see down there. Am I blocking the camera? All right. Seth pops out to Seth at the point. He throws that on net. Oh, Eddie gets dumped in front of that. We got 2-on-2, 1-on-2. Good stick there, Louie. There we go. Yep, they just throw it on net. Fritzy's going to freeze it. Take a quick breather here. Change up the D. We got Coden and Gabby out there with Nolan at center. Cam on the left wing. Eddie, right wing. Moorhead's figuring out what they're going to do for a lineup. Here we go. Nolan on the drop. 10:53 remaining in the first. Oops. Gabby mishandles that. That just pushed down on net. We're going to have Colton take the draw. Colton and Nolan switch. The ref's very particular. He's got a great mustache and sick flow. Very particular on the drives. Nifty move by the Moorhead defenseman to throw it into the corner. Colton to help down low. Eddie gets down low. Oop. A little battle on this side. We're going to chip that out to neutral. Let's see how that neutral zone forecheck goes today. Yeah, there we go. Nice play by Cam. Forces that guy right into Eddie. He throws it to his partner. Cam over to Colton. Back to Cam, back to Colton. He throws it just over the net. A little deflection there. Nice move by Cam, battling down low. Good to see that. Goes out to Gabby at the point. He's going to walk, fire that low. That doesn't get through. Blocked. Moorhead comes 4-on-2 if they hurry. We got a lot of. Now it's 2-on-2. Shot was going wide. Fritzy deflects that in the corner. Coden up to Easton. Moorhead just throws it into their bench, shoots at their own coach. That's always fun. Might hear about that one later. Like the pressure by our Sabres so far this afternoon. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off. And Nolan, Heaver, and Lick with Kanan and Louis Lee on D. Try to lose the draw. Moorhead breaks out. We got 2-on-2 developing. Louis plays it strong. Moorhead tried to slide it over to their weak side wing. Louis played him strong, so that was nice. Whoops. There we go. Take it, Louis. There we go. Louis on the rush. He's going to dump it down deep. He's going to slide back to the point. Heaver on the forecheck. Good stick. Bait that guy into the wall. He throws it up the middle. He has nothing. We're going to take a little neutral zone regroup. A little communication between Zach and Louis there. Good stick by Easton to poke it through. Back in the offensive zone. The defensemen are going to change here. See if we can create some offensive pressure while that happens. Not so much. Pass through the neutral zone. Seth with a good physical play on 18 down in the corner. Come on, Nolan. There we go. Keep skating. You got all the speed. Take him. Nolan 1-on-3 through the neutral zone and manhandled. Then checked into the wall. He's going to go off for a change. All 3 forwards are off for a change. Let's keep that pressure on the forecheck. 18 for Moorhead can shoot the puck. We're just going to try to not let that happen anymore. Ah, man. Puck pops out to the center, right out to the slot. For 12 for Moorhead buries it. We can't give up those type of opportunities, right? And our referees here missing offsides. Our friends from Minnetonka are sharing that. I missed it on their color commentary. You guys all saw it at home, I'm sure. Everyone's yelling at their screen. Even the Moorhead parents know it's offsides. We'll regroup. Pito and Seth. Moves it up to Darby. Darby gets dumped on the far side. That's going to be a check. Yep, number 10 checking. There we go, Darby. That a kid. Sabre power play. We'll keep drawing penalties. We're going to keep shooting the puck. 8:24 remaining in the first. Looks like we have Colton, Cullen, and Darby with Pito and Youngberg on the point. All right, now let's capitalize here, boys. Here we go. Colton wins the draw back to Pito. Pito's going to move it back down to Colton. Colton's going to walk, fire. Oh, just misses the top corner there. That's going to clear the zone. Set to retrieve. We have plenty of time. Let's set it back up here, boys. Yep. Boys are swinging. Oh, Seth just misses Coden swinging. Moorhead shoots it down to their teammate. Interesting pass. Seth over to Pito. Pito far side to Cullen. Cullen on the retriever. No icing. We're going to wave that off. Moorhead to jump it around this. Darby keeps it in. He's going to throw that back down deep to Cullen. Moorhead's going to throw it back up to the point. Darby to Colton. Colton to Darby. Darby to Colton. Colton down to Darby. Darby over to Colton. Again, Colton with a shot. Goalie eats that one up. 36 seconds remaining on the power play.
My water's freezing in my mug.
Our waters are freezing in our mugs here. So, all right, Nolan on the drop. Moves it cleanly back to Eddie. Eddie over to Gabby. Gabby has it on the line. We had pressure. He moves it out to Louie. Louie to enter the zone. Take that space, buddy. You got it. Oh, got a little slash on Louie there. Moorhead dumps it down. That's going to roll all the way around to Gabby. Gabby's going to throw a little sauce down to Eddie. Just misses. Moorhead dumps it around again. Oh, off the Moorhead tries to clear the zone. Goes off their kid's head. Stays in the zone. Eddie on the forecheck. Moorhead back to full strength. Moorhead back through the zone with speed. Gabby, a good physical play. 18 didn't like that a whole lot. There we go. All right, Cam out of the zone. All right, kicks it out. We got Nolan on the retrieval. That's going to chip down all 5 skaters. Here we go. Got to hurry. Moorhead through neutral, entering the Sabre zone. Good pressure by Heber. Kanan attempts to push that guy clear. Seth, great job picking up 18 on the back door. Colton with speed through neutral zone. He's got this kid beat. Yep, low cut across. Ooh, tries to tuck it in the short side. No luck. Moorhead dumps it down. Going to go for a change. Seth on the retrieval. One man on him. He's going to throw it around over to Kanan. A little too far. Miss. Kanan applying the pressure on number 5 in the corner. Seth moving that up the wall. Preston just can't quite handle. Zach Kanan battling behind the net. He gets pushed down. Easton with a stick. Guys, we got to. All right, Fritzy. Nice save by Fritzy. That got to be a little stronger with our sticks down in our D zone, boys. 5:40 remaining in the first. Your Sabres are down 1-0. It's been our game so far. It's just we got to get one, get some momentum. Nolan loses the draw. Oh. Wow. Good goal by Moorhead. We lose the draw. Refs are talking about it. They might. Yeah, they're calling this a good goal. And it was. We lose the draw. Good shot by their defenseman, nice and low. Puck popped up in the air. They knocked it down out of midair. On 2-0. All right, let's go, Sabres. Nolan on the draw. Darby and Cullen. Ito and Louis on D. Moorhead through neutral. Nice keep by Louis. Up to Darby. Darby tries to go far side over to Cullen. That doesn't quite make it. Louis to retrieve in our zone now. Over to Coden. Coden's going to throw it up the wall to Cullen. Cullen gets it in the zone. Just barely a little battle on the far wall. Darby's going to dump it down deep. We're going to get forecheck to work. Here we go, Nolan. Moorhead? If we force, they got a hand pass here on Moorhead. If we force them to pass to their wings, they're going to be in trouble all night. So we just got to keep that pressure going here. Just a matter of time. All right. Offensive zone face-off. Colton, Cam, Eddie, Gabby, and Coden at the point. So a clean draw. Goes down in the corner. Eddie helps win the draw. A little battle behind the net. Sabres take possession. Cam to help. There we go. Cam and Eddie battling down deep. There we go. Yep. Eddie gets manhandled down there. Cam gets knocked off the puck, but maintains it. Hard to see what's happening down the corner. I can't see that far. Oh, Colton pops out with the puck. He's going to move back to Coden. Coden's going to throw it on net. That doesn't get through. They block it. Just barely. Moorhead through neutral. Gabby's just going to throw it back up onto their side. Moorhead's going to throw it back to our side. Gabby to Coden. Coden up to Eddie. Eddie goes to middle to center over to Colton. Colton's going to dump it down deep. One ref waves it off. One ref calls icing. We're going to have icing. It was icing. It was close. We're going to change all 5. It's like Easton at center with Nolan and Heber on the wings. Seth and Louis at the point. Moorhead wins that draw. Pops in the corner, a little battle. Good physical play by Seth. Oh, nice. Easton getting under its stick there, number 6. They're going to keep going low to high. Nolan just chips that out. Heber's on the race. No icing there. Apply some pressure. We're going to bait him into this corner. There we go. Nice job. Puck stays in. It's a Seth. Seth slips down deep. Easton gets dumped. No call there. Seth's going to dump it, or attempt to dump down deep. Doesn't quite make it. Oh, yep. There is a call. Sight lines here are pretty tough. There's a warming area between where we're standing and the far end on the right. So hopefully you all can see it at least. You can see it on the screen. I'm standing to the right of the camera, so it's lose my angle. But I don't want to stand too close to our Moorhead friends. All right, so anyway, we have it's like Colton, Cullen, and Darby with Coden and Gabby on defense. Let's get one here, boys. Let's make them pay. Colton wins the draw cleanly to Colton, or Coden. Coden down to Colton. Colton back up to Coden. He's going to walk to the middle. Moves down to Colton. Colton down to Cullen. Cullen back to Colton. Colton to Coden. Ooh. Great idea. Some quick puck movement down by Pino and Von Boker. Coden's shot just lost it a little bit up to the upper right. That was just going wide. Goalie took a freeze. 1:07 remaining in the power play. 3:10 in the period. Colton on the drop. There we go. Colton wins it. Darby gets it. Just pops into Darby's stick. Moorhead's going to dump it down for icing. Gabby to retrieve. I mean, icing. We're going to change all 5 here. All right, Easton on the draw. Eddie and Cam, the wings. Oh, yeah, Cam can battle in front. Get that. That puck just pops out. Louis couldn't quite get to it. He's going to retrieve with some speed. Fly, Eddie, fly, Eddie, fly, Eddie. Go high. All right. Louis going to stay on it. Slow things down. Great patience by Louis. Over to Kanan. Back to him. Or back on net. That works too. Shot. Easton retrieving the corner. Nice patience there. Louis going to step down on it. Good battle by Easton. Moorhead just throwing the puck. They've done all period. Kanan to retrieve. Back to his partner Louis. Right out of his reach. Up to Eddie. Eddie up to Louis. Couldn't quite get past the ref or the player. Moorhead's back to full strike. 1:55 remaining in the first. 1:52 remaining in the first. Excuse me. Change all 5 again. It'd be great to get one here by the end of the period. Played too well to not have anything here. It hasn't warmed up at all in here for those wondering at home. We're just going to be honest. Moorhead's late change. We're just going to let that go, I guess. All right, Colton on the draw. With Heaver and Nolan, it appears. Just kidding. Nolan on the draw. Moorhead wins that one clean. Colton to retrieve in our zone over to Heaver. He's going to chip it forward. Oh, that pops off the Moorhead defenseman's stick. I think I got lucky on that one. We take possession through the neutral zone. Puck's just kind of hopping around everywhere. Oh, take it, Coden. There we go. Coden on the rush. He's going to shoot that through the defenseman. It doesn't. It just goes up the side of his shin pad. Great idea there. Oh, Nolan, way to take away the wall. Moorhead just throwing the puck again. It's Colton to retrieve on the far side. Yeah, Moorhead just dumping the puck down. They're going to ice it. 1:06 remaining. We're at Easton. Looks like Easton centering Darby and Cullen with Louie and Gabby on defense. Easton on the draw. Puts it back. Gabby walking. He's just going to dump it down to Cullen. Great keep by Louie. Oh, battle on the far side over there. Dump it down deep. Get her deep. All right. Here comes Moorhead on a 2-on-2. Oh, what a save by Fritzy. Holy cow. Nice back check by Louie. Unbelievable save by Carson Fritz. All right, puck's coming through the neutral zone. Colton got a stick on that, moved it back to the corner. Gabby to retrieve. Louie. Gabby's got 18 seconds. We got all the time. One on him. Just going to try to push that down into their zone, and they get a penalty for checking. All right. We'll take it. I would have really liked to see Gabby move the puck through the neutral zone there, but hey, we'll take and coaches are going to talk to you about that. But we'll take the power play, and we're going to have 9.4 seconds remaining in the first. Another checking penalty on the Moorhead spots. It might be the second one for that guy. I wonder how many penalties you can get in a game here. We'll find out. All right, Colton on the drive. 9.4 seconds remaining in the first. Moorhead wins that cleanly back. They're going to throw it around the wall. Keto to retrieve. He's going to push it back down. Eddie to retrieve, and that's going to be the end of the period. Overall, pretty good period. I mean, we're down 2-0, but overall, a very good period for your Sabres. They outplayed them the entire period other than a few chances. Moorhead's really liking to throw the puck every time they get it. It means we have the right pressure going. We just need to capitalize. Take a brief pause, and we'll be back to you in a second. With 1:21 remaining on the power play. All right, welcome back for the second. Colton on the draw with Nolan and Cullen up front. Coden and Seth on deep. Colton wins that cleanly back to Seth. I think he's won about 100% of his draws today. Let's keep having him take the draws. All right, Colton enters the zone. Great patience. Moves it back to Coden. Coden down to Nolan. Nolan to Colton. Blocked by their defenseman. Colton moves it back to Coden. Coden walks and fires. Another block by their defenseman. Moorhead ices the puck down. That's going to go down for an ice with 51 seconds remaining in the power play. 13:29 here in the second. We could probably just use a little more traffic in front of the net on our power play. Move their guys out of the way. They're blocking every shot, so let's move them out of the way. Colton on the draw. Wins it again. Shocker. Coden over to Seth. Seth walks. Seth back to Coden. Coden plenty of time. Down to Colton. Colton! Von Booker with an absolute snipe upper corner, short side. Woo! That a kid. Great puck movement. Great shot. Way to get his eyes up. Fantastic play. There we go. There we go, Sabres. That didn't take long. 13:15 remaining in the second period. There we go, Sabres. We changed it up now. We have Easton with Cam and Eddie, Louie, and Gabby on deep. Moorhead wins the draw. They're going to chip it up the wall. Eddie makes a nice, strong play. Cam turns it over through neutral. That's going to go back to Moorhead. They're going to dump it up the wall. Easton applying some pressure. Moorhead dumps it down. Gabby to retrieve. It's going to go to the far corner. Coden to retrieve, actually. Louis got slashed, I think. Oh. They still can't say his name right. It's pronounced Von Boker. Gabby gets taken down in our zone. That pops out to the middle. Cam to retrieve. Oh, there we go. Puck back into the corner. Gabby's going to push it up the wall. So, man, misses Easton and Eddie. 18 with the puck through center. Going to stick on him quick. There we go. Eddie to fight on the corner. Easton, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Not out. All right, that's fine, Eddie. Eddie's going to push that down for an icing. We'll take that. No ice. Mullet waves it off. Oh, God, we need a change. Get back, guys. They caught us on a change, but their defenseman didn't see this guy on the near side flying. Moorhead attempting to break out of their zone with a good stick by Colton. Pressure. Just a quick turnover, and we cannot let 18 shoot the puck. It's pretty simple. Probably the best shot I've seen is a peewee. So, there's a 3-1 game now. Full traffic in front. I can shoot the puck and he commit his pay. 11:57 remaining in the second. I'm not sure what they're wanting to talk about down there. For like a second or third assist, or I'm not quite sure what they're talking about, but we'll figure it out. Or we won't, actually. All right, Colton on the drop. Wins it cleanly back to Louie. Louie attempts to chip it up to Nolan. Nolan over to Colton. Nolan chips it down. Colton throws it off the pad. Preston just misses that, but we're going to keep it in the zone. Preston down to Colton. Colton to slow it down and moves it back to Seth. Seth's walking. He's going to throw that on net. Goalie just dumps that into the corner. Nolan throws that around over to Seth. Seth with a great jump. Colton to retrieve. Another good pressure there. There you go, Seth. Way to keep that in. And again, Seth Youngberg, just a machine out there. He moves it over to Nolan. Nolan throws that on net, goes off the post. Oh! Right on the Colton stick. and he couldn't hit that upper corner any better. Colton by Booker with his second of the game. We're back in it, boys. 11:03 remaining in the second. What an entertaining second period so far. All right, 3-2 game, 11:03 remaining in the second. Eddie's going to take the draw with Cullen and Darby. Coden and Gabby on D. A lot of conversation happening on the far side. Not sure what's happening there. Moorhead wins the draw, D to D. To center. Good stick by Eddie. Good stick by Gabby to chip that over. Come on, Darby, got to beat him there. Oh, 23 takes it on the half wall. Coden to retrieve. Coden up the wall to Cullen, just misses. Goes off of Gabby's skate. Gabby wins the battle in the corner. Let's see if he can win this one. All right. 18 just throws the puck to the middle. Or throw it on net. Fritzy's going to get the puck. We're going to take a little time out here. Let's calm it down. All right. We're going to change all 5 again. All right. Colton, Easton, Cam with Zach Kanan and Louie. Colton wins it cleanly back to Zach Kanan. Over to Louie. Louie to Cam. To Easton. To Colton over to Easton. Easton on the pressure. Good pressure there. Stay on him. Keep our feet moving here, guys. They're going to... Moorhead's trying to stretch it a bit on us here. Sneaky little play. We didn't see that coming. We'll see it coming now. Let's not make that one again. Louis had no choice on that play. Try to knock it down to his stick, but just missed, and they're going to miss too. So it goes out for an icing. We'll have an offensive zone draw here. 10:06 remaining in the second. Colton on the draw. Loses one. Okay, that's the first one. Kanan's going to push it back down the wall. Moorhead's going to push it back out. Oop. 18 just pushes off of Colton. Good stick by Louie. Cam is going to throw it up the middle, but not out. But it does go out. We're going to have a neutral zone face-off here. It's like Seth and Coden on D with Nolan, Eddie, and Heber up front. Moorhead takes possession on the draw. Good pressure by the Sabres. Coden moves it over to Seth. Seth up to Nolan. Nolan just chips it down deep. Eddie with some pressure. That's interference on 12, but they're not going to call it. That pops over Seth's stick. We got a 2-on-1. They hit the post. Fritzy's going to give it some love. Nolan's going to push it around him, or Eddie is, excuse me. Shoot that. Oh, he had him up there. Good shot by Eddie. Goalie just got a tip of his glove on that. Good hustle by Eddie coming through neutral zone. He gets taken down in the corner. No call. Nolan gets no call there, too. The Moorhead doesn't count. Doesn't like that. They have 9 penalties. We'll see if we can get a 10th. 9's an exaggeration for you guys counting at home. Nice play by Eddie. Good heads up. Way to use his hands. Chips that puck down deep. Goes off for a change. Nolan retrieve. Throws it up the middle to Louie. Louie finds the back of the net. There we go. Sabres. 3 threes. Here we go. That's what we needed, boys. That shift all started with a great individual effort by Eddie Lowenberg. He was a man out there. Through the neutral zone. Almost had a goal. Keeps the puck in the zone. Chips it down. Makes the smart play. Great opportunity for us to retrieve. Here we go. We got ourselves a 3-3 game. 8:40 remaining in the second. Colton on the draw with Darby and Cullen. Colton wins it back cleanly to Louie. Louie's going to dump it down deep. Louie and Gabby are on D. Cullen on the forecheck. And Colton.
Assisted by number 34, Preston Heber. That's lead from Heber at 5:20 of the second period.
All right. Louie up to Darby. Darby's going to chip it down. Colton on the forecheck. He sees where that guy was going from a mile away. Oh, Cullen just misses that one. We got to get somebody high here, guys. Gabby on the pressure. Nice pressure. Over to Colton. Over to Cullen. It's loose. Oh, it's not loose anymore. Oh, like that pressure, boys. Here we go. Great play, boys. All right. I wonder if they're going to add our third goal up there. We know it's 3-3.
They added it.
All I had to do was ask. That's perfect. They heard me. All right. Eddie Lowenberg on the draw. Wins it over to Easton. Easton had jumped. He's going to push it down the wall, though. Battle on the half wall. Good battle there. Smart play by Eddie. Easton to take it around. He's going to do a little interchange with Pito. Pito's going to jump into play. Down to Cam. Cam's going to move it up the wall to Kanan. He's going to move it down to Easton. Easton's going to move it over to Eddie. Great puck movement here, guys. Really good stretch. Eddie battling hard down low. Moorhead's going to throw the puck to the wall. They can't. One-man show for the Spuds. 14's going to take the puck, dump it down deep. That's going to rim around for Zach Kanan to retrieve. He's going to throw it up the wall. Easton wasn't quite there. Moorhead misses the net, shoots it wide. Hit the side of the net for you guys at home. Nice hand-eye coordination by Easton to knock that down over there. That's going to pop out to Cam. Come on, Cam. Oh, puck's loose. Oh, we chip it out. Nice save. Come on, Fritzy. All right, clear. Nope. Moorhead's going to keep that in. Easton's going to attempt to throw it down. That doesn't quite make it. Now it does. That's out of the zone at a minimum. It's going to force Moorhead to do something and retrieve. Good pressure by Nolan. We need some help. Help him. Get a stick. Good stick. Colton. Don't let him shoot. Okay, we got a piece of that. Moorhead control in their zone. Great play by Nolan. Move it over. Yep. Moorhead's going to get another one here. Nice job by Nolan to draw a penalty. There we go. And it's going to be 18. We'll take it all day with him in the box. That's helpful. Really smart play by Nolan Linke in our zone. He read exactly where that play was coming. Chips it around. Picks their defenseman, chips it around him, gets into a battle. Moorhead coaching staff are not happy with that. That's great. All right, so we got a power play situation here. 5:57 remaining in the second. Looks like it's going to be Colton, Nolan, and Preston with Louie and Seth. A helmet repair happening on Fritzy. He must have caught something to the ear. Good thing we have Big Joe over there.
I panned over so
Yep. Don't worry, Marissa. Carson's fine.
Woo!
Yep. There we go. All right. There we go, boys. Let's make him pay now. All right, Colton on the draw. Wins it cleanly to the wall over to Preston. Preston moves it back to Seth. Seth over to Louie. Louie's going to walk and fire. That gets deflected by Moorhead winger. Colton's going to retrieve in the corner, move it to Louie. Louie's going to walk and move it back to Colton. Do it. Colton's going to walk and down to Nolan. Nolan pops it back out front. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. Net was off. Goalie pushing that off. We have some boos happening from the Sabre fans. All right, we'll try this again. 1:13 remaining on the power play, 5:40 in the period. Colton on the draw. Wins it very cleanly back to Louie. Louie's going to walk on to Colton. Colton on the half wall. He's got some time. Just misses the far side. Seth to retrieve. Moves it over to Preston. Preston walking through the middle down to Nolan. We're going to keep buzzing here. Nolan is going to move it up to Seth. Seth's going to walk. He's going to move it over to Louie. Louie's going to move it down to Colton. Colton to walk to the middle. He's going to move it down to Nolan. Nolan up to Seth. Seth shoots, and that gets blocked by the Moorhead defenseman, but Seth keeps it in the zone. Perfectly down to Nolan. Nolan shoots. That just goes wide off their defenseman. Keeper's going to move it up to the wall to Seth. Seth's going to watch the middle and move it to Louis. Louis going to move it down to Colton. Colton's got some time. He's moved back to Louis. Louis is going to fire. That's loose. Oh, the goalie moves the net off again. That's 2 in a row. Convenient when we have that opportunity to score it. That net just pops out. It's weird. Weird how that happens. All right, we're going to change all 5. It's like Coden and Gabby. We're going to actually just say we're going to keep Colton out there. Good idea. He's missed 1 draw today, I think, so let's keep him there. All right, let's win a draw, boys. Here we go. 4:48 remaining in the second. 22 seconds on the power play. There we go. Help him. Oh, that just popped out. Good stick by Coden in the neutral zone. He's going to chip it down for Colton. Colton's going to take his time. Got play time. Coden's going to walk down to Colton. Colton down to Cullen. Cullen back to Colton. Colton walk and fire. Oh no, we got him on a change. Oh, thankfully that's a nice. Oh boy, that Coden shot ended up getting blocked by their forward, and that Gabby was on the far side. Made him back a little bit further. Meanwhile, the Moorhead player was coming out of the box, and thankfully they didn't connect on that clearing attempt to 18 out of the box. Eddie on the draw. Moorhead wins the draw. We're swarming him. Cullen just takes it from him. I'll take that. Thank you. Here we go. Good battle by number 12 in the corner there, Cullen McGuire. We got a 3-on-2. We got to get out. Here we go. Come on, Gabby. Get that up. All right, Gabby to retrieve in our zone. Some speed. He's going to slow it down and move back to Pito. There we go. Pito's got Darby far side. Rip it. There we go. Now we do. Move it in, Darby. There we go, buddy. All right. Let's get that puck and get to work. There we go. Cullen on strong on the forecheck. Nice job, buddy. He's going to move it around the wall to Kanan. Kanan's going to throw it back down deep. That pops out, but we got to get out. We got to get out. They're throwing somebody. They're floating somebody. We got 3-on-1 here. Let's take 18. Don't let him shoot. All right. Thanks for shooting. Moorhead just shoots it from the half wall. Pretty easy save for Fritzy. We'll take that all day, every day. All right, 3:28 remaining in the second. Looks like Cam, Easton, and Colton up front, with Kanan and Louis on D. Zach's going to move it over to Louis. That puck moves out of the zone. We got a 2-on-2. Easton with Colton and Cam. Easton gets taken down. They're done calling penalties on them, maybe. Or we'll see. Colton dumps it down deep behind the net. Good hard forecheck by Cam. We got to get enough 3 high. Oop, there we go. Nice keep there, Seth. All right, Seth and Louis. Louis to retrieve. He's got Colton through the middle. Come on, Cam, get to the net, buddy. There we go. It's there for you. Nice play by Colton. Good job by Cam going hard to the net. Love the effort out of that kid. Strong play by Seth. Play 18 physical. That's all we can do there, right? Good job, Louis. Good stick. Moorhead to battle behind the net. Eddie gets hooked up there a little bit. Pops over the wing, over to Cam. Lose possession, little battle on the half wall. Good job, Eddie, getting under his stick. Moorhead to retrieve behind Sabre net. They're going to keep it down low. They're going to try to work low to high every time. Great. Oh boy. Fritzy saw that one coming from a mile away, but then that popped out. He couldn't quite get the freeze. Pops into the corner there. Good pressure. Good save by Fritz. Moorhead with a little pressure here on this shift. Oh, player tripped up behind the net. Pops up to Easton's stick. Easton's going to get it deep. Very smart, wise play. Let's get these changed quick. All right, all 5 changed. We're going to start this over. Colton keeps it in. Oh, that's offside. 1:26 remaining in the second. We'll have a neutral zone faceoff.
That's what Colton should.
Nolan, Colton, and Preston with Coden and Gabby on D. 1:26 remaining in the second. Here we go, boys. Let's get another one here before the end of the second. Colton loses the draw. Coden hops to play. We're staying on it in the neutral zone. Applying that pressure. Colton walking through the middle. He's going to slide it back to Coden. Coden's shot gets blocked by Moorhead forward. He's going to go off for a change. We got 2-2. There we go. All right. Good, strong play by our defenseman. That pops on a Colton stick. We're going to dump it down deep. Come on, Nolan on the forecheck. Come on, Preston. Go, Gabby. Gabby keeps it in. Down to Nolan. Down to Colton. Colton's going to take some patience and throw it in the corner. Heaver gets tied up. Nolan and Preston on the forecheck. There's Eddie coming down. That pops over to Gabby. Gabby over to Pito. Come on, Pito. Let's see those moves, buddy. Good dish. Great pass by Coden over to Eddie. Eddie gets a stick on it. Moorhead Spuds goalie makes a nice toe save there. Nice shift by your Sabres. After maybe a tough shift right before that, came back and on the play. It's really good. 25.9 seconds remaining in the second. Got ourselves a 3-3 game. Eddie on the draw with Darby and Cullen. Louie and Seth at the point. Moorhead takes possession off the draw. Moorhead throws it up. Back to Eddie, or to Louie, excuse me. Louie tried to go off the glass there. That just didn't quite hit the glass. So it went off the boards and went down for an ice. If that hits the glass, it's gonna die and light short. 12.8 seconds remaining. Colton on the draw. That's one into the corner, back to Louie. We got 7 seconds. Louie's going to move it up the wall. That gets knocked down by Moorhead in the neutral zone. And that's going to be the end of the period. All right. Your Sabres keep the pressure. Find the back of the net 3 times in the period. We'll be back to you in about a minute. We got a 3-3 game heading into the third. All right, here we go. Back to the third. Eddie, Cam, and Nolan. With Louie and Seth at deep. 3-3 game. Here we go, boys. Moorhead wins the draw. Swiftly turns it over to Seth, over to Louie. Louie just misses Cam. Nice stick by Louie. Come on, Louie. Here we go. Cam, stay back. Oh, Louie just misses wide. Great play by Louie Lee. Seth over to, or excuse me, Nolan over to Eddie. Tries to go back to Eddie. That doesn't quite get through. There's a Moorhead defenseman there. There's Cam to retrieve through neutral. He's going to move it over to Seth. Seth's going to take his time, move it up to Eddie. Just misses. Moorhead turning it over again. Come on, boys. There we go, Eddie. Might turn it over a lot, but they block a lot of shots. Oh, Nolan gets taken down in the corner. Eddie to retrieve. He throws that on net. That's loose. That's loose. Find it, boys. Oh, just misses. Moorhead clears. We got a neutral zone battle. There's Seth. Oh, hang on. Oh boy, that just gets through. All right, Louis is going to move it up to Cullen. Cullen's going to get that puck deep. By himself. There you go. Bolton to help. Moorhead wins the battle. That's going to pop out to Kanan at the point. And he hits the upper corner! Not a kid, Kanan! Not a kid! What a shot! That's one of those CNI pucks just right through this. Threads the needle. Not a kid, Zach Kanan! The Sabres are up 4-3, 12:21 remaining in the third. And it has not warmed up in here. We're just going to keep everybody abreast at home. We're not in mid-season form yet, but we're getting there. We're going to warm up. All right, Colton on the draw. Back to Kanan. Kanan's going to take some time. He's going to move it up to Cullen. Nice play off the wall over to Cullen. To Colton. Kanan's coming off. Colton's going to push that down over to Cullen. Cullen to retrieve. Beaver down there helping him. 2-on-2 battle. Moorhead attempts to just throw the puck again. They're going to move it around the wall. Gabby to pinch. Pops out to center. They're going to throw it over to Coden. Some spin on that puck. Hang on. Just keep taking your time. Let's move it up. Coden over to Preston. Over to Colton. Oh, just misses. He tried to get that over to Nolan through neutral. Moorhead shoots that pretty far over the net. Battle in the corner. Gabby, Easton, and Nolan. That pops out to the middle of the Coden. Coden's got time. Over to Preston. Preston's going to dump it down. We're going to get Nolan on the forecheck with Easton and Darby. Oh, that hits something in the middle. Gabby over to Louis. Louis moves it up. Moorhead's going to dump it down. They're offside. We're going to have a face-off down on the Moorhead side of the neutral zone. All right, Easton Lick on the draw. 10:56 remaining in the third. Oh boy, one miscommunication on what play we were running there. But Louis over to Seth. Seth's going to move it up to Darby. Great play. Darby's going to dump that down deep and get to work. Easton on the forecheck. We're going to bait him into this. There we go, Nolan. Good. Good patience by Nolan Linkeek on the wall there. Easton Lick, relentless on the forecheck. Come on, Darby. Here we go, buddy. Good job. Good play by Darby. Darby dumps it down, gets dumped. Then over to Easton. Easton's going to dump it down. Nolan on the forecheck. We got two forwards coming off. Looks like Eddie and Colton coming on the ice. Oh, we got an injury here. Come on. Eddie went for the puck and a little collision. Oh, come on. You're going to call that now? Oh, all right. Perfect. All right, so Louis is going off for, I'm assuming, a check, but then 18 must have said something, so he got one as well. And I think we're going to have 5-on-5 hockey. Face-off will be outside your Sabre zone. Actually, the face-off's inside the zone. That's right. That is the right call. All right, 10:05 remaining in the third. There's defensive zone face-off. Colton on the draw. Wins it back cleanly again. Coden to retrieve. Coden to Cam. Oh, mishandle there on the wall. Puck hooks back behind the net. Saber net. Kanan chips it swiftly off behind the wall. Hito sees Nolan moving through neutral zone. He chips it down. Let's get that puck deep, guys. There we go, Nolan. Good play. Keep skating hard. There we go. Cam to retrieve in the corner. Good battle there. Moorhead to retrieve. We're going to move it through neutral. Moorhead misses wide on that one. We got to make sure we got that weak side D staying back. Coden over to Colton. Colton all by himself. Everybody else is changing. He's going to throw it on net. He's going to go off for a change. Take his turn. Ooh, we almost had too many men there, but let's not say anything about that. All right, puck back to Seth. Seth has some time. He's going to bring it in himself. Walks it down. Now we need a hard back. Moorhead just dumps it down for icing. Which worked out nicely for us. We had him at the end of their shift. 8:50 remaining in the third. All right, 8:50 remaining in the third. Easton Lick on the draw with, looks like Cullen, yep, and Preston, Gabby, and Seth. Wins it back cleanly to Gabby. Gabby chips it down, doesn't quite make it through. Moorhead rims it around. Their winger falls. A battle on the far side there. Moorhead with the puck out of the zone. That was offsides. We'll let that go. All right, Fritzy with the save. Cullen loses an edge. Gabby calmly retrieves that over to Preston. Preston got tied up on the wall over there. A bunch of snow, all kinds of stuff happening. And then while he was trying to get the puck in the end zone, Cullen just went slightly offside. So neutral zone face-off, 8:16 remaining in the third. Colton Von Bokern on the draw. Coden and Zach Kanan on D. Wins it cleanly back to Kanan. Kanan over to Pito. Pito is going to take it himself. He's got the time. Whoop, just loses it off his stick. He's popped right on to Colton's stick. He's just going to dump it down for a forecheck. He gets work. We got to attack this guy. Let's not let him get going. 18 through neutral zone. He's going to throw it real far wide of the net. That's going to... Oh, we get the puck. Thank you. All right, that popped on a Colton's stick. Oh, great nifty move by Colton. He slides it over to Darby. Couldn't quite finish there. Oh, we throw it to the point. Gabby keeps it in just barely. Pops on to Gabby's stick. Gabby to Louie. Louie up the wall to Colton. Colton up the wall. Moorhead intercepted that one. Oh, Easton just missed. Nice job by our defenseman on the ice there. Great play by Louie to push him wide. Gabby had his guy tied up. Great play by Fritzy. Just get his paddle down and we'll freeze it. Slow it down a little bit. All right, Easton on the draw. Moorhead wins it down low. They love that low to high play. We got to watch that. All right, Easton's going to chip it up the wall to Cam. Can't quite handle that one. Moorhead to control. They're just going to throw it. Come on, Eddie, stay on him. Oh, nice save by Fritzy. That was a nifty move by Moorhead. They're shifty with the puck. We just got to stay on him here. Here we go, boys. All right, Louie to retrieve. Throws it up the wall. Little battle in the corner. All right, Moorhead shoots puck just wide. Come on, Eddie, get that out. Shoot. All right, that's going to go out for icing. We'll take a breather, no problem. All right, 6:22 remaining in the third. Defensive zone face-off here. Colton, Cullen, and Preston with Coden and Gabby on D. Moorhead wins that draw. That just kind of slap hockey there, just chipping around and popped right on 18 stick. We need to get through and get on that guy real quick. There we go. All right. Coden over to Gabby. Gabby, oh no, it goes off of their player. Tried hitting Colton sliding through the middle there. That didn't quite work. All right. Fritzy shot for the point. Fritzy deflects that one up into the netting. We'll take another defensive zone draw here. 5:56 remaining in the third. Nolan, Darby, and Eddie. Looks like Eddie's fine. That collision. All right, Coden in our zone to retrieve. Just going to move it up the wall to Darby. Not out. Darby's going to throw it up to Nolan. Nolan's going to chip it down. Smart play into the offensive zone. Both D change. Oh, jeez. Moorhead tried to rim that off the glass. Hits the stanchion, pops out. Then popped over our stick. Oh, pops to Darby. Darby and Nolan. Oh, just misses. Shoot. All right, pucks in the offensive zone. Nolan to retrieve. And Moorhead to ice the puck. 5:08 remaining in the third here. Great jams. All right, looks like we have Colton, Cam, and Easton up front with Kanan and Lee on D. 5:08 remaining in the third. Colton on the draw. Quick little battle. Oh, it just misses that. Puck into the corner. Colton keeps it. He's going to come through neutral with some speed and a slash. Slow it down. Colton to Kanan. Kanan to Louie. Louie to Colton. Colton's going to chip it down low. Cam on the forecheck. There we go. Good angle there, Cam. Really like that. All right, 18 to retrieve for Moorhead. Shrugs off Cam. Off. All right. Sorry for yelling into the mic. I'm just trying to help the refs here, make sure they know that it was offsides. All right, Nolan, Cullen, and Preston with Seth and Coden on D. Sabres take possession. Yep. Coden coming through neutral zone. He chips that up to Moorhead. Moorhead throws it back to Seth. Seth throws it off the wall to Preston. Preston's going to dump it down deep. No ice. Thank you. Cullen on the forecheck. 4:05 remaining in the third, excuse me. Oh, somebody got dumped down there in the corner. Cullen coming with the puck out of the corner. Coden pops out to Coden at the point. Hard for me to talk. It's cold in here, like I said earlier. Oh, come on. Oh, we need that one. Oh, Nolan just misses wide. Battle in the corner. 3:33 remaining in the third. Nolan, get out of there. There you go. 4 Moorhead Spuds. We're just going to keep battling there. Great play. All right. Let's take an offensive zone draw here with 3:21 remaining in the third. All right, Colton, Darby, and Eddie with Louie and Gabby and Deep. 3:21 remaining in the third. A timeout, Moorhead.
Timeout, Moorhead.
Let's see what they have to draw. I'm going to venture to guess whatever they're drawing up, it's going to say pass it to number 18. Let's get it on his stick and see what happens. We're going to say, let's not let him be comfortable. So it starts with a good offensive zone draw. Let's get one here. They're doing a nice job of the music today.
They do.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice variety.
Yep. Rap, country, a little bit of rock. That's all I can remember. But so far, I think that's all there is. This is Cole Swindell. Heads Carolina. Nailed it. Here we go, boys. All right, 3:21 remaining in the third. Your Sabres 4, Moorhead 3. Here we go, boys. All right, looks like Colton, Eddie, and Cullen with Ito and Youngberg. Here we go, boys. All right. Moorhead takes possession. They're going to rim it around. So they're going to try to float somebody through the neutral zone. Then they're going to try to hit 18 on the far side. Good play by Colton. Good stick. Stay on him. We got to stay back. Stay up on him, Seth. There we go. 18 shoots it over the net. Moorhead to retrieve in their own zone, or in the offensive zone. Colton to retrieve. Just take it. You got time, buddy. Take it, Colton. Colton gets the puck down deep. Nice, smart play. Eddie to support. He's going to keep it down deep. There's Colton coming off. Here comes Nolan. Nolan intercepts. Oh! Colton had gone off for a change, and Nolan hopped on the ice, and it just popped under his stick, or kind of over his stick, I guess, and chipped into an open gate into the Sabre bench. All right, 2:29 remaining. It's going to be a center ice face-off. Nolan Easton Cam, Louis Kanan. Oh, there we go. Swarm him. There we go. Oh, no, swarm that guy. Oh, boy. Yep. All right, boys. Moorhead takes possession. Sent to the Michigan. They chip it wide. Easton to battle. Easton chips it out to neutral. Moorhead to retrieve.
Nice.
To the neutral zone. Zach Kanan to retrieve. Easton dumps it down deep. We're going to get a change quick here. All right, both D are changing. 1:45 remaining. All right, Nolan battling in the corner. Oh, God. Moorhead dumped the puck on net, and it just chipped over Nolan's, or Coden's stick and through the 5-hole of Fritzy. It's all right, boys. That's all right, boys. We got all the momentum. We're good. 1:28 remaining in the third, 4-4 game. Come on, Sabres. Here we go, boys. All right, Colton on the draw. Eddie and Cullen. He's going to win that over to Eddie real cleanly. Eddie shoots that down off the defenseman into the corner. Cullen to retrieve. Colton to help. Come on, Cullen. Cullen winning a battle. There we go. Takes a slash. Moves it up to Seth. Seth, good patience there. Moves it down. Colton gets it. That gets blocked before it gets to the net. Moorhead chips it out. Louis to retrieve. That's back to Seth. Seth to Eddie. Eddie's going to dump it down deep. He's going to go for a change. We got Cullen retrieving. Colton supporting. That pops out to neutral. Coden over to Kanan. Kanan's going to throw it behind. 30 seconds remaining. Coden chips it up to Colton. Coden's going to take it. He's got Cullen. Oh, it just goes through the wickets. Oh, just misses Cullen on the breakaway. Shoot. 23.8 seconds remaining. Offensive zone draw. All right, Easton on the draw with Darby and Nolan. Faked everybody out. He didn't drop the puck. Moorhead takes possession on the battle. Nolan chips it up to Easton. Offside. Or holding. I'm not sure what the call is there. All right, 3.9 seconds remaining. Easton on the draw. He's going to try to get this back to Coden. They shoot it down. We're going to have some bonus hockey here. 4-on-4 overtime here coming up. I'm going to go for a pause for a second. All right, it's like a 4-minute 4-on-4 hockey. We're going to start with Colton, Nolan, Louis, and Seth. Colton wins it back to Louis. Louis to retrieve. Over to Seth. Seth up to Nolan. Whoops. Nolan up to Colton. Colton to slow it down over to Seth. Seth to Louis. Louis didn't like it. Went back to Seth. Whoops. That's going to be off. Oh, yep, that's outside. All right. Oh, this running time. 3:25 remaining. Oh, Nolan gets tripped up. Moorhead throws the puck. That puck's bouncing all over the place. There's all sorts of divots on the. Oh. No. We got away with one there. We'll take it. All right. Set to dump it down to Nolan. Moorhead through neutral, 2-on-2. They're going to move it up to the point, over to the other point. They're going to throw it on net. That pops to the corner. Seth chips it up to Nolan. Nolan to Colton. That just goes off his stick. Here comes Nolan through neutral. He's going to move back to Collins with some fresh legs. Back to Kanan. Kanan's moving it down to Nolan. Nolan throws it out front. Nobody home there. Everybody on the back check. 3-on-3. Come on, Eddie. Got some fresh legs. Calling out to try to block it. Good save by Fritzy to the corner. Bowden to retrieve. Kanan on. Nice play by Kanan. Move it hard. He's going to chip it up the wall to Eddie. Smart play. It's all right. 18's been out there the whole time, so we catch him on a change. We got to stay on him. Here we go. Moorhead with possession through the RD zone. Kanan's going to move it up the wall to Eddie. Eddie's going to move it over to McGuire. We got Coden jumping in the play. Oh. Calling on the battle there. 12-on-12. Here comes McGuire. We got 2-on-2 through neutral. Colin and Colton. Colton back to Colin. Oh! Just misses. 1 minute remaining in the overtime. Moorhead just dumps it down behind our net. Louis to retrieve. He's going to take it himself. He's got time. There we go. He's going to regroup. He's going to move it down to Colton. Colton's going to walk to the middle. That pops to Easton's stick. Easton behind the net. He's going to throw it out front. The Colton stick. Come on, Colton. Oh, just misses wide. Moorhead through neutral. Turn over there to Louis. Oh, then they take possession. We're going to chip it back out. 9 seconds remaining. Good stick by Colton. They're going to dump it down. Fritzy is going to freeze it. That's fine. And that's it. I think we do I believe it goes to a shootout now. So
we now move to a three-person shootout with Moorhead being the home team. Like
3-player shootout. Shakopee going to shoot first.
Three-person shootout.
I think we might have a goaltending change happening here. Fritz, you're getting warm. Like our ice here. Let's go, boys. All right. A lot of snow on the ice. Make sure we don't overhandle it. Odin Pito on the. It's going to start us off. And then got Fritz Deer in net. Here we go, Codes. Come on, buddy. Oh, wow. Phenomenal move, phenomenal save. Wow, I thought he had him beat the whole time. That was a nice save by Moorhead goaltender.
Moorhead, Henry Cody.
Not sure what happened there. There's some conversation about the goalie did something. Moorhead coaches don't like it, so this is going to be favorable for us. We're going to see what happens. Moorhead goaltender left the crease too early, so it's we're gonna try it again. Holy cow! Okay, you don't see that every day. All right, let's try it again. Here we go, Coden. All right, we're gonna try it again.
Goalie this time. Shot field, shoot again.
There we go. Coden coming down again. Try this again. There we go. We'll take it. Second time's the charm. There we go. Coden finishes. That a kid. All right. Come on, Fritzy. Fritz Deer in net. It's like number 7 for Moorhead here. Come on, Fritzy. Big save by Fritz Deer. There we go, buddy. There we go. All right. That a guy. Here we go. Now we got Colton Von Bokern coming up next. Here comes Colton up the left side. Puck wobbling a little bit. Oh, that goalie. Good save by the goaltender. Good athleticism by that goaltender, Sean. Colton had him moving all the way across the crease. Just couldn't get anything past him there. Good move. It's all right. All right. Come on, Fritzy! All right. Moorhead's second shooter here. Comes in, no goal. That's off the crossbar and out. There we go. We got Seth Youngberg coming out for your Sabres. Come on, Youngie. Let's go, Seth. All right, Seth. Let's see it, buddy. Let's see those dangles. Yeah, Seth Berry's Woo! Woo! There we go, boys. All right, what a finish. Holy moly, what a game. All right, your Sabres move on. 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. You're back in Rochester. Yep.
We don't play tonight now, do we?
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.